In this video, we're going to be rearranging more equations, and again, we're going to be making x the subject of these three different equations. So, the first one is h equals x plus y. I want to have x on its own. That's what makes subject x the subject the formula means. So I'm going to get x on its own at the end. So how can I get x on its own at the moment? I'm adding y to it currently. So I'm just going to subtract y from it. And I'll subtract y from both sides. So I keep the equation balanced. So h minus y is just going to be written as h minus y. And x plus y minus y is just going to be x. So already in that one step, I have rearranged this first equation to give me x equals and to make x the subject. But we like to put the x on this side. So all I'm going to do is switch the sides round. And that is our solution, x equals h minus y. Now if we move to this example, h equals kx minus y. Now what I'm doing to x here is multiplying it by k and then taking y away. And again, I want to get x on its own. So I need to get rid of this minus y first. So to get rid of minus y, I add y. And I do that to both sides. So on this side, I end up with h plus y. And on this side, kx minus y plus y is just going to be kx. Now, I still want my x on its own, but I've got k times x. So the inverse of times is divide. So I'm going to divide by k to get my x on its own. So I end up with h plus y, because that's that side. So I'm going to divide the whole thing by k. And that gives me x. So I've rearranged it to make x the subject, but I'm going to write it with x on the other side. So I'm just going to switch the sides over to write it neatly the way we like to see it. So x equals h plus y over k. Now with our last example, we can see straight away that our x is negative. And we want to make x the subject. We don't want to make minus x the subject. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, let's make this minus x positive, okay? So I'm going to get rid of that minus x, and to get rid of it, I add x. And by doing that, to both sides, I end up with h plus x equals y, because y minus x plus x is y plus 0, so it's just y on its own. So now I have h plus x equals y. We know in front of this h we've got a plus because there isn't a negative sign. So this is a positive h and a positive x, and we get y. So what I want to do is just change the order of this, because we like to have our x first. So positive x plus h, because it just makes it slightly easier to see. So we've got x plus h equals y. And I want to get x on its own. So all I'm going to do is get rid of this plus h. So to get rid of it, we're going to subtract h. So if I take h away from both sides, I end up with x equals y plus h. And that's my solution. Sorry. Silly me. We're meant to be subtracting h from both sides. So that gives us y minus h. Yeah, x plus h equals y. Get rid of the plus h by subtracting h from both sides. So x plus h minus h is x, and y minus h is y minus h. I hope you can read that properly.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.